Hey, welcome to The Intuitive Attorney. I'm Demi, and this show is for the women on the go with big dreams, making even bigger decisions. You are the judge and the jury of your life, and so this show is here to remind you of how to act like it. I'm going to be pulling some oracle cards, telling stories, and giving you everything you need to know about your next move, whether that's in business, relationships, or just the day to day. So let's talk. I usually start this show off by going ahead and pulling oracle cards before I start recording. And then we talk about the messages that are here, the energy that's here, and all that good stuff. So, like usual, I've went ahead and pulled our cards for today. And the spread that I do is strengths, weaknesses, and opportunities. You may be familiar with that when it comes to marketing analysis. But here we like to use it for the more magical and for the more mystical, right? So our first card, actually, before we talk about it, I know I just said that we were gonna get hop right into the cards, but before we actually get into it, I just want to say that if you are moving through a season where nothing looks how you thought it was gonna look, and you are moving through a season of change, just know that I am sending you so much love. Just know that you're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay, and that there is so much ahead for you. So, our first card, which is the strength card is going to be what is really going well for you right now, what is optimal for you right now, what is it that you could lean into in this season in your life. And the card that came out is Star Blanket. It's a star blanket, and says transition, and the number is 44, which is an 8. But of course, I just can't help but to notice the double numbers. Okay. We also have double numbers throughout this spread, which we'll talk about in a second. But this card is really showing that things are changing for you. Things are changing for you in a good way. Things are changing for you in a way that is going to blow your mind. Things are changing for you in a way that is unlike anything you've seen before. This is a very specific time in your life. So, of course, things are always changing, right? We are always changing. We are always growing literally every single day. Our cells literally turn over. What is it? Well, actually, I don't know if our cells turn over every day. I think it does. Don't quote me on that. But listen, the point is, we are always changing. And right now, you are in a season where that change is unlike anything you have ever seen before. Okay. Right now, you are in a season where you are leaving behind. I don't want to say leaving behind because it makes it seem like you're losing something, but you are releasing, you are shedding, you are purging. And it might feel like you can't see the light. Okay. And also know that this came out in our strength part. Like this came out under when I was pulling for strength. So this transition is actually going to be your strength. If you are thinking about doing something different with your business, if you are thinking about expanding your social circle, if you are in a season where you're leaving a romantic relationship, any of those things, that is the right move for you. Okay. If you feel like some things need to change or things are already changing, it's not because things are falling apart, it's because things are coming together. Our next card, which is the weakness card is also a shadow card. So, shadow are the things in the subconscious, shadow are the things that we like to hide, shadow are the things that we don't really look at all the time. And our shadow, though, is also where a lot of our power lies. And the weakness cards, a shadow card that came out says calcination, dark night of the soul. And the number is 33. So we have double digits here again. Uh, the dark night of the soul. First of all, I just want to say that I'm right there with you. I am right there with you. I have been in a dark night of the soul, I guess you could say, for a couple of years. And for me, that has looked like my relationships changing. That has looked like a relationship ending, like truly ending. I don't mean like, oh, we still keeping contact. Yeah, a relationship truly ending. It has looked like me reworking how I see my business, how I see the clients that I work with, how I see myself. It has involved some really dark moments where I have battled with my mental health, where I have battled with my self worth, where I've questioned what I'm even doing and why I'm doing it. And all of that is dark night of the soul energy. And so the dark night of the soul is also looking at your shadows. And I think I love that this actually came out in the weakness and the shadow part of our spread, because it is a signal for you to lean even further into your shadows. We were talking about it, I think, in the last episode, shadow work. And well, we talk about it pretty much every episode because we pull a weakness shadow card. But it is something that is very heavy in the energy right now, is to look at those things that have made you feel insecure, those things that you have told yourself that are keeping you stuck. You are in a season of purging, you are in a season of shedding, and it's not pretty. It's not cute. And sometimes we need to accept that. I know I have had to accept that. I have had to accept that this is not an Instagram reel. This is not a highlight. It's real shit. There is an ego death that is happening, a shedding of your old self. And so let whatever needs to fall away so that who you are, can shine through. And in that same note, the other card that I went ahead and pulled it because I was feeling led to pull it in the weakness, is also in the weakness spread, is also the sun. Your soul's purpose came out. The number is 22. So far we have 44, 33, and 22, right? All of these double numbers. And I love that the sun came out with on the other side of the dark night of the soul. Because the bigger your sun shines, the bigger or the brighter the sun is, the bigger shadow it casts. You cannot have one without the other. And this is here to remind you that even though you might be in this season where there is a lot of transition happening, things feel unsure, you can still lean into your purpose. This is for you to start to walk in your purpose. Let me know what you think your purpose is right now. Let me know, okay? Let me know how you are seeing both your shadow but also your sun, because this is really important for us to look at in this season of our lives right now. And I'm saying us because I'm here with you. Okay. It is really important for us to look at these things, look at the things that we've been telling ourselves, look at the thing at our mindset around what we think we can have. Look at our mindset around how maybe we've even stifled yourself. Where have you been stifling yourself? Where have you been playing small? This is the transition to allow yourself to shine, to allow yourself to step out into the spotlight, to allow yourself to launch that product, to allow yourself to take a chance and reach out to that person who you maybe could get some insight from and learn from. Is a chance to try and ask that person to lunch, to start expanding your friend group, start expanding your connections, not to just get something from someone, but to truly connect with other people. It is a balance, right? Right. And our opportunity card that came out. So strength, weakness, opportunity, the number 16, which is a 7. And it says that attempting to control others will attract more to be controlled. So it's easy to understand how you would come to the conclusion that your path to feeling good is by controlling other people or controlling situations. But every time we try to control things, whether we try to influence something, whether we try to coerce someone, or try to really just hold on to whatever situation there is, I know I have learned that you cannot control anybody. You can't get to where you want to be by trying to control or just completely eliminate the things that are uncomfortable. And here, this is showing us that there's an opportunity for us to allow ourselves to move from a state of flow, to allow ourselves to move from a place of acceptance of what is, while also making changes, while also going through these changes. What is something that you've been trying to control? What is something that you have been trying to force? Who have you been trying to force to see your value, to see your worth, to see what your talent, what you bring to the table? That's a question for you to ask yourself and to answer honestly. This transition period is definitely feeling like a dark night of the soul, but there is something beautiful shining through. You're going to be able to walk in a more confident light right now. So, whatever it is you feel like you want to act on it. And whatever comes up as you're acting on it, sit with that, look at that, hold that, understand that. It doesn't mean it has to pull you under. It doesn't mean that those insecurities and self doubt and telling yourself that, I'm not sure how this is going to work, it doesn't mean that that has to pull you under, because there's an opportunity for you to be in a state of flow and to remember that you do not have to control the outcome of every single thing and every single person, because as you put in the work, as you take it day by day, step by step, things are going to come together for your highest good, because we believe that over here. Okay. So that is all I have for you today. I will see you next time. Thank you for listening.